New Hanover County is sometimes referred to in the Cape Fear region as the Hurricane Alley, going back to Hurricane Hazel, then Hurricane Fran, Bertha, Bonnie, Dennis, even Floyd. These are all major hurricanes that came either directly into New Hanover County or Wilmington, or came very close by. And so our political leadership in New Hanover County is wholly focused on what we can do for our main line of defense, which for us is our beaches and our dune lines, and how we can best maintain them. We would rather maintain our infrastructure rather than have to rebuild it. So that's where the main focus has been, and with the help of the Corps of Engineers, the federal government, our state government, and of course our local taxpayers, and of course our tourists. We've implemented a room occupancy tax that helps put money into a fund that helps fund that beach renourishment and the the vegetation of the dunes, and to maintain them. That is our main focus, and has been very successful for over 50 years. It's clear. We just ended a 50-year contract with the Corps of Engineers to maintain Carolina Beach, which is only one of 3 coastal beach towns that we have. Wrightsville Beach and Curie Beach is there as well. But that support that we got from the Corps of Engineers through the federal government was critical to us being able to be as successful as we are. We have a terrific win story that's happening here, and we would like to be able to continue that with a 15-year extension, which we're currently working on. We could use the support of this organization, and a very politician out there, to help Carolina Beach in North Carolina continue to lead the nation in what we need to do in a very passive way by support of our beach renourishment programs and our dune program. That is what will, that's the main help that we could use, also from our state legislators as well. It's the obvious. Being able to speak with a single, united voice is so much better than individuals from all over our country, as we've seen here, that we have people from Oregon and California and Louisiana, Mississippi, and up and down the entire East Coast. It is so important that we gather together as local elected officials and start speaking with a united voice so that we can get things done. That discussion we had today with the head of, or the administrator with FEMA, Roy Wright, a perfect example. And being able to talk to someone at the stature of Dr. Sullivan, we did earlier this morning, and being able to have the discussion so that we can tell them what affects us and how they can best help us. But it helps so much, instead of me, Rob Zapple, a county commissioner, trying to get a hold of her through email or a telephone call. Much better to have a group of 35 people there with nodding heads and saying, yes, that's happening in my community as well. They get that message, these people who were here at this conference. They understand that, and they'll take that back to their groups, and we can start seeing some national legislation that will address these things. That's what's important about the Rising Tides Conference. I am hopeful that there will be a Rising Tides, I think this is the 4th one, and a Rising Tides 5, 6, and 7, and 8, that myself or someone from our community will be able to come back to, so that we can also bring back some of these speakers we've had today to see that some of the issues they brought forward, some of the proposals that they're talking about implementing, let's see how they, what's happened with them, and not to hold their feet to the fire, but to hear what their issues are, why this won't work, why it hasn't worked, what we can do again in the future. I guess I'm suggesting an ongoing dialogue that has been missing from this for so long. It has not been a dialogue. It's been a one-way, and it's sometimes extremely frustrating from the elected politician's point of view. The Corps of Engineers is a great example. Somehow, over the course of times, their mission has gotten, at least the way it comes down to us, has gotten flipped. So it's now become process-driven rather than project-driven. And I know that's kind of a catchphrase, it's easy, but embedded in there is a really serious problem for local officials like myself, where we feel like we're spending the majority of our time and money trying to work through the process and the red tape. I know the Corps is even frustrated at their end. They want to get to those projects. We need to work together to be able to find the way so that we can cut the red tape, get clarity, and get the projects done in a timely fashion.